Oh my goodness gracious me, people. I finished work at 7, got home, woke up with about 50 phone calls from fellow fans, and wake up to this nonsense. I'm in shock. I am really in shock. I can't believe it. I'm hurt. I'm absolutely hurt, boys and girls. I'm absolutely hurt. I've never seen anything like this since Kenny Dalglish. I'm old enough to remember it. And 30 years later, we waited and we got a manager like this, and this is happening all over again. I don't know if it's health wise. A lot of people are saying it's health related. I don't know. I really don't know. But people do me a favor. People do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, and let me bring in, you know, one of the best people on this channel that helped me a lot in the past, which is Harley as well. A true scouser. Let me just bring him in. Harley, what's going on, bro? Can you believe you woke up to this? I'm in shock, bro. I'm really in shock. I'm hurt.
I can't either. To be quite honest, my kind of experience was I was just sat there, scrolling through whatever on my phone, and I see a little Twitter notification pop up from Paul Joyce. I've got his notifications on. In fact, I've got Twitter open in front of me now on another monitor, so if anything does come through, I can, what you call it, kind of like aggregate it to the stream.
Yeah.
Just in case. We have the press conference coming up at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, mate.
But I had that notification come up from Paul Joyce, and it was just every stage of denial. At first, I was thinking, okay, it could be a fake account. I clicked on it. Oh, this is real. This isn't like a joke. And then I was thinking, well, maybe his account's being hacked. And then 60 seconds later, Liverpool put up that he's leaving. What a bombshell at 10:38 on a random January morning. I just can't believe that, mate. I've been through every emotion possible the last couple of hours, all the negative ones anyway.
When I was a kid, this happened to me, and Liverpool haven't been the same since this guy left until this guy arrived. You know what I mean? And that's what the first thought. Like I don't know, man. I got freaking millions of phone calls from rival fans, our fans. I was just sleeping, like enjoying my sleep, and then I wake up. Maybe there's something on the news that everybody's heard. Maybe someone big is coming, like a transfer or something like that. And then I hear that he's quitting, and I see the interview. He's saying like he's reached his limit. He can't really keep on going. And I said, bro, you just got a new team, and you got youngsters. The nucleus of the team is youngsters. You just made it to a cup final. How can you just all of a sudden say I'm leaving? And not only that, Harley, the backroom staff is leaving. I mean, normally you could say to a manager, it's like take 6 months off or something like that, and then come back re-energized or something, like just to see. This was a long-term project. Harley, I'm confused, bro. And like I said, I understand that if he leaves and the backroom staff, stays for a while, but they've gone as well. All of them are going.
It's unbelievable, mate. It's absolutely like I can't. I'm sat here and I almost feel like I don't know what to say. I say it like I can't. It's come out of left field. It's come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's probably the most difficult stream that we've ever had to do, really. Not only because it's obviously so upsetting to see that he's going to go, but we haven't processed it. We haven't had the time to process it. I mean, it's 12 minutes past 2 where we are, and the news has only been out now for not even 4 hours. And it's just come totally out of left field. There was no kind of inkling that this would happen. At the very least, what we were expecting was for him to see out his contract. Now, I don't begrudge Klopp, and I don't blame Klopp, because the way I see it is he's come in now and he's earned himself such a status that he can come and go at any time he wants for me, and I won't begrudge him at all. But I just cannot believe this, and I'm
It's going to be a
devastated.
long. It's going to be a long process, Harley. In moments like this, what people need to understand, like, you need to listen to what I'm saying right here, people. Football is not an easy job, especially managerial sense of side. It's not an easy job. This is why Liverpool, it took us 30 years to get back. You have to not only get the city going again, you have to get the players going, you have to get the owners going. It's so much stuff that's around Liverpool, it's unreal. And then you got on top of that people against Liverpool who don't want them to win titles, who will screw them over like continuously. And you have to overwrite that. And this is what this manager has been doing since he's been here in the last 7 to 8 years. And now we have to bring someone else that's got the similar energy to him, similar personality to him, because that's the only personality that can work, Harley. We've tried, 8, 9 managers before him, and it didn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it showed you need a big personality like this in order for you to get back to where you was before. And it's going to be hard to find, bro. It's going to be hard to find. I'm just shocked the news just came out like this. And why couldn't he wait till the end of the season? Why does he have to do it right now when we're in the cup final, we're top of the league? Like, the squad could be just like hurting. Do you get what I'm saying, Harley?
Personally, I'm kind of glad that we got that bit of advance warning at least. But at the same time, it's what worries me is the fact that he doesn't even want to stay until the end of his deal. Yeah. That's what worries me. Not even worries me. That's just what shocks me. What?
I'm flabbergasted, mate. Like, he signed a new contract.
It looks like
2026. He's got 2 years to go. It's not even a lot of years to go. And all of a sudden, you just come out today and say this. I've never seen rival fans, brother, so happy in my life. And
the thing is, mate. They will always try and discredit him. They'll always try and say, he's only won one league title, whatever, all the stupid shite that they all like to come out with. But at the end of the day, I think what is quite telling is the fact that they're all celebrating this.
Yeah.
So
it's great. Bro, like, when we're lost for words, especially people that can talk for hours like us,
you know what, mate?
It's hurting me, mate.
It's not even just the success that he's brought us that upsets me. I have a genuine kind of connection to this fella, like a genuine, like, parasocial kind of relationship with him.
Yeah.
Like, he is almost like, you look at him and you just think this man represents Liverpool Football Club. It's the absolute highest degree.
Yeah. He
is the walking, talking embodiment of what it means to be part of this football club.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. That's what I've been saying for a while, mate. There's no one like this guy. There's no one like this manager. There's no connection like this in world football with the fans and management like this. Like, we've always had that in the past, in the 70s and 80s. But after that, like, it took us 30 years to get someone like that, to make us believe again when we always had doubts in our minds, and thinking we're not going to win like we used to anymore. And he came in and just changed the landscape, everything at Liverpool from top to bottom. He brought the boot room back as well, people. Like, he brought so much stuff back to this football club. And then, like, he signs a new contract. We're going to do 2.0 Liverpool. And all of a sudden, he buys these young players that, they don't come to this football club without the reassurance that Klopp is staying. They come because of him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. They want to work for him. And now, like, he's not going to be there anymore. And
total side note, and this doesn't even bother me that much, because I would probably rather lose most of our players than lose Klopp. But you have to look and think of the knock-on effect of what this could mean for certain players signing on new deals, particularly the star players like your Van Dijk, your Salahs, maybe even Trent. I do think Trent will sign a new deal, to be honest, but I don't feel the same confidence that Van Dijk and Salah will, to be honest.
It's true. It's true because they stay because of him mainly. Obviously, the fans play a big part on all that stuff. But the thing is, bro, with Klopp, it's a different thing, man. People don't understand the relationship with this guy. We got people. You don't get it. You know what I mean? If it was another manager last season, they would have been sacked. They would have been gone a long time
Yeah.
ago.
It
You know what I
might
mean? The
look.
fan base would have turned on them.
People might look at this like from the outside looking in and laugh, but he really is more than a football manager, isn't he, mate?
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? The city was gone. Like, we was all like non-believers. And then he just comes out of nowhere and makes us believe again. And all of a sudden, we're getting this news today when we're in every competition and competing for everything. And there was no worries anymore. And he's saying he's tired. He can't do it anymore. And it's the thing is, Harley, what I fail to understand, we don't make him tired as fans. I mean, we even during bad time, we still encourage the team as we did last season, as we all met through Twitter and all that stuff last season, Harley. Even through the bad times, we were still saying he's the man. Every tweet we was putting, back the manager. You're not gonna get a manager like this again. He's part of the city. He's part of the club. And we didn't put no pressure on him. I just don't get where this low energy is gone. Like, how did the energy just it's been taken out of him? It's beyond me.
What stands out to me is that it was actually just about 12 months ago that I explicitly remember him saying that he's got another energy to go another 10 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot can change within a year. We don't know what's going on with his mental state. We don't know what's happening in his personal life. And we also don't know what's happening behind the scenes of the club. There's so much speculation and absolutely nothing is clear. It's just shocking, really. That's all I can really say.
Yeah.
And my thing is, out of all of the realistic choices to go and replace. Hello, lad. You okay? The dog's just come in. Sorry.
It's okay, bro.
Out of all of the realistic choices to come and replace Klopp, my first choice probably would have been Linders. I know most are saying Alonso, and there's probably nothing wrong with that. But for me, I would have gone for Linders simply because he's been in and around the club, and it would really remind me of going from Shankly to Paisley. I think he's a great tactical mind. I think he knows the club. I think the players have a massive respect for him. So the way that he's going to leave as it stands is a big surprise to me and a bit of a disappointment as well.
That's what I keep thinking. Is it internal stuff that's happened? I mean, like, how can they just say they're leaving straight away as well? Like, that's what I fail to understand. People like Pep Linders leaving. The whole backroom staff leaving with Klopp. Is there something internally that's happened that we're unaware of? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are saying it's health reasons. Klopp just looks energetic to me. I watched him in the Fulham game. He was running on the pitch celebrating with the young players and the older players. You know what I mean? And I'm just in shock, people. I'm really in shock. It's like when I woke up when I was a kid, Kenny Dalglish in a press conference saying the job's taking me to the limit. I can't stay anymore, because it's understandable what Kenny was going through. He went to all 96 funerals, and he's been through tragedies, not just obviously the 97. It was he went through Heysel as well, so it's understandable. Like, that took him to the limit and all that stuff. But with this one, it's just as a curveball. I'm shocked. I'm sitting here, like, waking up to this when we thought like we're gonna probably re-sign Klopp to another contract for another 3 years on top of the one he's already got. People, man, prepare for the worst, man. I'm telling you right now, yeah. I'm all about football nowadays. You know what I mean? I'm all about now. I'm not all about the future. I've been telling people, like, when I was a kid, when I was going to school and all that stuff, thinking Liverpool's going to come back. We've got Graham Souness, Liverpool through and through. It's gonna re-energize the football club. We're gonna go back to where we was. Didn't happen, people. Like I said in this stream earlier, these special managers are dime in a dozen. There ain't a lot of them left that can motivate players, who could turn players who are nothing to something. You get what I'm saying, Harley? It's very hard to find managers like this.
Absolutely.
Klopp turned players who probably mid-table into world beaters. But that's because of a manager, guys. That's because of a man. It's nothing to do with you know players just turning up because they're world class and they're going to perform like that. Henderson was never going to be a world class player. He turned him to semi world class player. He turned Ronaldo into a semi world class player. He turned him into a team that's winners. Players that you thought they're mid table or below that have come to Liverpool and become legends. That's what I'm trying to say, people. And it's because of a manager like Klopp, like Fergie, like Shankly, like Dalglish, like Fagan, like Paisley. These like Mourinho's, they've got this, they've got this specialty in their motivation for players. The psychological sense of it. They could make you think you're better than what you are, and they will make you walk through a wall continuously. And this is a hard thing to find, man. And I've always said, enjoy the moments. Don't keep looking, to the future. It's all about here and now. And now look what's happened, man. I'm finding it hard, man. I just woke up, boys and girls. Like I'm doing a stream. Like I'm still like dazed from the night shift I did yesterday, and I'm watching this. Like it's crazy, man. Harley, if it's not Pep Linders, who would you willing to accept, brother? As the next manager? It's gonna be hard to get someone like this. Let's just be honest here.
Yeah.
I hope something changes along the season as well. It could listen. Things can change. He's here to the end of the season. Things can change. He might change his mind. We don't know.
He might do, mate. But the thing is, I don't want to live in that reality where I'm convincing myself there's a possibility. I'm trying to get over the grieving process. And if he does turn around and goes, I changed my mind, that's absolutely fucking amazing. And I'd probably give me left bollock for that to happen, if I'm being quite honest. It's right, Ryan.
Big up, man.
But like, if I'm looking realistically at the fact that Klopp's leaving and Linders they're both leaving the club, everyone's saying Xabi Alonso. I feel like that's the obvious answer. It'd probably be the one that I'd take as well. He's obviously smashing it with Leverkusen, top of the league, ahead of Bayern Munich, who are underperforming. I don't think they've lost a game in the Bundesliga all season, if I'm not wrong. It's about 4 or 5 points ahead of Bayern or something like that, which is really, really good. They're probably, after us, the second favourites of the Europa League, and that's probably massively thanks to Alonso. And he's obviously a club legend as well. My only worry would be he's not Klopp, and if things don't go immediately well, I think there will be a subsection of our fan base, particularly on social media, who will be quick to turn on him. And I don't want to see someone who is a club legend and was a world-class player for us be regarded like that. Someone who's a childhood hero of mine, and someone I'm sure you, Fozzie, appreciated very much as well.
I loved Alonso. I'm all about the technical side of football. You know that. I'm all about technical players, and he's one of my favourites growing up and watching Liverpool down the years.
Yeah, if we're going to look outside, he's one of my favourites as well. But if we're going to look outside of the obvious answer, which I would like to do, because particularly on streams, people just want to. If people are going to come in, they're probably thinking, well, everyone's saying Alonso, come up with something original. My actual next choice would be Ange from Spurs, and I feel like that's a bit of a controversial one. But I used to watch how his teams played with Celtic. I would love to see, if we can't have Klopp, I would love to see Liverpool play like that. I think he is doing a really good job at Spurs for what it's worth. Yeah, someone said this to me earlier, and I do agree, he can be a bit gung-ho. But you can probably say the same thing about Klopp when he was first there as well. So if you could give me anyone realistically, because we're not going to be able to just go, you Pep, let's have you off City. That's just not going to happen. Realistically, or at least semi-realistically, if I could have anyone, it would be Ange. But a lot of people aren't going to agree with that. So it'd go Ange first and foremost, then Pep Linders, and then my third choice would probably be Alonso. But I wouldn't be angry with either choice. I think De Zerbi's a shout from Brighton.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of decent managers out there, but there's not another Jurgen Klopp out there, in my opinion.
That's the scariest part. You know what I mean? I agree. Listen, you got to give an opportunity to someone, don't you, at the end of the day and all that stuff. But we're not in that stage, people. Like, in regards to a football club, we're in the highest of our powers at the moment. And we need someone that's going to, continue the good work Jurgen Klopp has done. I mean, not like start again and then go again, which is going to take us to like 5 to 6 years again. Like some of us don't have that time, you know what I mean, people? I'm telling you right now, like, you know what I mean? Like we're not young people anymore. And like I said, it's about here and now. And who's out there that's going to replace this wonderful manager that we have currently? I mean, and we could say the Tottenham manager, we could say Xabi Alonso. I still think Xabi Alonso has to prove himself as a manager. He needs to have another season or two at Leverkusen in order for him, you know, to be ready for a job like Liverpool Football Club. Because, you know, like he could do well. It's a honeymoon period, the first season, isn't it, Harley? It's always, you know, new ideas, and then, you know, you see where you go from there. But if you win the league or something like that in your first season, then you do something similar to the second season, then you know where you are as a manager. But if it's just a first season syndrome with Xabi Alonso. His tactical side of the game, it looks great at Leverkusen. But how long can that be going for? It has to be more than one season, in my opinion, if you're going to last at Liverpool. Because that's what happened to Graham Souness. He was good at Rangers. He was good at, you know, other teams before he came to Liverpool. But he wasn't, you know, what we wanted, because it didn't work out at Liverpool. He tried to change a lot of stuff when he came in from the old regime, and just, the club fell apart. We gave it to Roy Evans. Roy Evans wasn't fit enough to be a manager. Don't get me wrong, great guy, scouts us through and through, but he was never a Liverpool manager. He was never a manager because he never managed a team again after Liverpool. So it clearly showed like he should have taken the job. Gerard Houllier brought us back a little bit. He was all right, you know what I mean? It wasn't the most exciting football to watch, but he brought us back to that stage, you know, of competing again. And then you got Rafa Benitez, and then you got Roy Hodgson after that, Brendan Rodgers, Kenny came back, and then you got obviously Klopp after that and all that stuff. But and sorry, Brendan Rodgers, and then Klopp after that. Yeah, but listen, it took us a while. It took us a while, and we just, this time we need to get it right. You know what I mean? I want a manager. I don't know about you, Harley. I want a manager that's going to grow with the team. Xabi Alonso sounds like the one, but I think he needs another season, you know, to like solidify himself as a manager. It's too early, bro. Like you said, one bad season, the fans might just turn on him. You know what I mean, Harley? That's what worries me.
Yeah, I'm looking and I'm thinking, even if he doesn't win the Bundesliga with Leverkusen, it's not, for me, that won't be a big letdown, because at the end of the day, he's overachieved as it is, and by and have more money, the better players, so on and so forth. Do you know what I mean, mate? Like, it's, if he, as people on Twitter will probably say, bottles the Bundesliga, he hasn't really bottled it, has he? Because, like, just look at the difference in the two clubs, really. Yeah. But I was just about to say, have you seen Alonso was actually being asked if he's coming to Liverpool by Sky?
Yeah.
Did you see? He's responded to it.
Apparently, he's got a contract that says if Liverpool or Real Madrid come in, he'll be gone. I think he signed something like that.
Sky turned around and just said to Alonso, "Are you Israeli lad? See that little shout out there? Appreciate it."
Yeah, AZ said shout out to you, and obviously Ryan's in the house. Yeah, big up Ryan, bro, as always, man.
Thank you, everyone. Everyone watching, everyone in the chat, we appreciate it immensely. But as I was going to say, Sky asked him, "Are you taking the Liverpool job?" basically, and Alonso turned around and said something to the effect, and I might be paraphrasing it because I don't have the quote up in front of me, but the Anfield Talk posted the clip, and it reminded me. He turned around and said, "That's a direct question. I don't have a direct answer. But for now, I'm focused on Leverkusen."
Already people are pissed off.
To me, is basically, that's diplomatic talk for, well, I'm obviously at Leverkusen for the rest of the season, and I don't want to basically piss off like the Leverkusen fans. But Liverpool, if you're watching this, you know, wink, wink. That's basically what he's saying, but in PR terms. I've got no doubt that he'd be interested in coming to Liverpool.
Of course.
To be honest, it's just a case of, the only way I can see it not happening is if, one, the director of football or the ownership or whoever's in charge of the new appointment decides on somebody else, or two, if something happens with Ancelotti and then Real Madrid put themselves on the table, I could maybe see him on. But in my opinion, Alonso will be our next manager, and I can't be too angry about it, to be honest. I think it's a solid choice.
I mean, neither can I. I mean, like I said, he needs another season. Shea says Xabi Alonso is the only man for the job. Listen, we could say that, but you know, people can be critical afterwards. If you know what I mean. May I ask, was Klopp as what? How do you say exuberant as he is? He now at the very start, mate. I have no idea. I really don't have an idea. Like Harley said, he signed a new contract. He said he was re-energized. He's ready to go again, and all of a sudden, like this has come out of nowhere. That's what we're all shocked here. I mean, he's saying he's tired, and it's just like Kenny really. He just said that, like the job's taken him to the limit. He needs a rest. He said he might not do. I think didn't he say Harley he might not do another manager's job again or something? He might not.
He's come out and said, what was it now exactly? He said he's probably not going to be managing for the foreseeable future, but if he does, he won't go for another club in England.
Yeah. Listen. Don't ever say things like this, man. Sevilla. Don't ever like, have a go at a fucking stupid idiot. Don't say things like that. What's wrong with people, mate? Like,
you know what, lad? You know what? If you're gonna insult me, at least be clever and funny.
He's something like,
him,
come on, man. Like a little baby kind of nonsense, man.
I can confirm. I've had a shower this morning, and I had one last night as well. So if I still stink of cat piss, then there's probably something medically wrong with me, mate. So
great response, Harley. Great response.
But you've made me laugh there. You know,
yeah.
I wasn't expecting to laugh this afternoon, seeing the news we've had this morning. So thank you for that. You've actually brightened me day up without
DJ Smokey says apparently it was leaked by an agent he's been in talks with buying all season. If it's like that, then you know it's going to hurt a lot of people. DJ, it's going to hurt a lot of people if it's like that. But I highly doubt it, bro. I highly doubt it. I don't know if it's a lot of people are saying it's health. I don't know, mate. Well, if it's health wise, why are you staying till the end of the season? Do you get what I mean? If it's health wise, you'd be quitting straight away, innit, Harley?
Mate, I've just realised, dude, that severe depression it's one of me mates. He's only messing now.
Oh,
so.
Okay.
I've just seen this message. Lee, if you're watching this, I'll text you back after this. I can't do two things. Like, if I'm responding to you over message, I can't. I have to type with my Xbox controller because that's how I've got it up to get all the things. There's also a Klopp, sorry to interrupt you, first, that's come out of Klopp smiling, like he's smiling. He's full on got his classic grin on his face. Do you know what I mean?
I hope it's early April Fool's Day. I hope it's an. Mate. I was just kidding. I got you, Man United fans. I got you. But nah, it ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen. As he says, I hope people don't start partitioning for Gerrard to join Liverpool. Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
He's ruining his legacy. Well, to some people he would anyway. I just don't think he'd be very successful. And I don't think people are going to position.
I don't think people are going to partition. I mean, position. I don't think they're going to be positioning Gerrard for the job. He's not good enough, guys. He's not good enough. We've got to be realistic. You know what I mean? Like this sentimentality with the manager has to stop. So with ex-players, like to become Liverpool managers, has to stop. Like you can't do that. You can't do that. You need to get rid of things like that. I mean, he's not good enough. He tried it in the Premier League at Aston Villa. He just wasn't good enough. So we've got to be realistic here. We've got to be realistic. But yeah, Harley, man. Before we go, bro, like we've got to get on with the season, bro. We've got to get on with the season and see where we're gonna go at the end of it. You know what I mean? Because we've got things to compete for. Do you think? Because the players just found out apparently, from what I've heard. Do you think the players can be motivated to the end of the season to try and win all the competitions?
It could work both ways, mate. It could be a case of this really, really fires them up and inspires them because they obviously all massively look up to him and they adore the fella, don't they? But it could like upset them, to be fair. So I'd like to think it'll do more of the first than the second. Like they'll be extra determined to go out and win and bring some silverware home for Klopp's last season. But who knows what effect it could have? they're all different individuals at the end of the day, and they'll all be reacting to the news differently. Some will be, some will probably be more upset by it than others. So it's hard to predict really, but I'd like to think that 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 it could be a positive in terms of the short term.
Yeah, JK says, bless, bro. We all are here to congregating on this sad day when the season is over. It will end in smiles. You never walk alone. Yeah, listen, that's the type of fans we are, bro. You know what I mean? We don't, you know what I mean? We'll be upset in the beginning and then we will like celebrate at the end. That's the type of fans we are. We will, for the Reds, Brian says, we will win again, but I don't think I'll ever be able to love again. It rhymes, bro. It rhymes. But keep the messages coming forward, people, so I could read it for you. And do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 2,000. It's been a sad day. It's been, emotional. Some people apparently emotionally can't withstand what's happened. I know from my heart, I've seen this before with this guy when he left, and Liverpool wasn't the same again. Liverpool wasn't the same Klopp when he left, and it ain't gonna be the same when Klopp leaves as well. I got to be realistic. Like when this guy left as well, Bill Shankly, a lot of people was like upset that he left. And I remember that interview with the little kid. You're kidding me, aren't you? It's like that. It's just like this morning.
I said that to you earlier, didn't I?
Yeah.
But we were on the street. That's exactly what this reminds me of. It reminds me of in 1970s that video. If you've not seen it before,
no, it was like you're having me on, aren't you? That's what it said. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's having me on.
You're having me on, aren't you? Yeah, that's what it was. And there's just all sorts of reactions. Obviously, there was no social media or anything back then.
No.
So everything was spread. If you didn't find out on the news, you found out through word of mouth.
That's where it used to be back in the day. Yeah,
it was. And as it was coming out in the papers, it started getting spread around, and they managed to film some people's like lifetime reactions. It's like it's
gonna be hard, bro. It's gonna be hard. I got to be realistic. It's gonna be hard on the last day of the season.
The main positive I'm getting from him is that at least we've got him till the end of the season, and he's not just walked out on a whim.
Yeah, let me bring Uncle Roz on before we go in, because at 3 we have to go. I think it's the interview, isn't it? So it's not gonna,
that's 20 minutes away.
Yeah, so we've got 20 minutes to continue.
What's he doing it on? Is he doing it on Liverpool's YouTube channel?
No, I think it's on Skype, bro. I think it's the press conference for the what do you call it? The Norwich game, innit? Isn't it Fridays?
I'm not sure. I just usually the press conferences are on. They stream them live on YouTube, don't they?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was, but if it's on Sky, I'll whack it on the telly downstairs.
No, that's what we can do, bro. Like, listen, I've calmed down a bit now. You know what I mean? In the morning, I woke up. In the afternoon, I woke up all pissed off. I said, "This can't be happening. Not again to me." You know what I mean, you guys are lucky not to see the first one when I was a kid. You know what I mean, not again. And I mean, we just got the right manager in the last few years. Like, and all of a sudden, he's leaving, man. It's been a great ride, though, Harley. Let's not don't mistaken this for just being angry. The ride's been out of this world.
I'm not angry one bit. I'm just more, as I say, I'm more upset than anything. I started crying.
Yeah.
I started crying, mate.
The ride. I will never forget this ride, man. Like, people, if you watch Liverpool as long as me, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Like, when Brendan Rodgers was there, we didn't win the league by obviously a couple of games at the end of the season. It hurt. I was done. I said, this ain't gonna happen again. And this guy walked through the door and just made me believe again. And now he's going.
There's pictures of Thiago in training that have come out.
Yeah, let me bring Uncle Rob.
Thiago's in training. Just letting you know.
It's great to see Thiago, man, doing his bits as well. I don't know where was my screen's gone, so let me bring him in. Hopefully,
Yo, what's going on, man?
Sad day, bro. Sad day today. So what's going on, Uncle Rods? What's happened to you, mate? Like, I'm in shock. You know what I mean? We both are.
Yeah, I got the news. I got the news sort of like around midday. My brother phoned me around midday, and I was like, couldn't believe it. And I was gonna phone you, but I didn't know if you was working last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When we were sleeping and that, so I didn't really want to disturb you still. But like, listen, it's just sudden. It's just really sudden, and like, I'm thinking, and I understand your motives why you're doing it. You know what I mean? I understand that. Do you know what I mean? I will never criticize you because you're one of the greatest managers that's graced our club for a long time.
Of course.
And my only thought would be the fact that well, surely you must have knew this before you signed that 2-year extension.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and you've literally put things in place. You know what I mean? You put this in place and that in place.
Yeah.
And like, what's going to happen is that when you leave, that leaves with you. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, your wife at the day being in charge of the boot room and stuff. You open back up the boot room. Your wife being in charge of that leaves with you. Victor Manones at the day that's done wonders at the day for the academy and all that. That leaves with you. Pep Linders, that leaves with you. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like the whole structure at the day that you put in place at the day, it's gonna literally leave with you. Do you know what I mean? Now, to be honest, at the day, it's not as if you're saying it at the day, sort of like, all right then, you know what? At the end of next season, and day, I'm going.
Yeah,
I think that would be more or less at the day, more easier to handle. 4 months and he's gone.
I can't believe it, man. Yeah.
4 months at the day. 4 months, sorry, 4 months at the day, and he's gone. Do you know what I mean? And he's going. And I just think to myself, well, I just think that there's more to it. There's more to it because there's a part in the interview. Yeah, if you've seen the interview, right? There's a part in there when he's saying that he was planning for next season and targets and obviously go for like pre-season and so forth and then he come to the realization and that you know what, I haven't got the same energy as I had before for this and that, and that's when he realized that he hasn't got the energy anymore. My this is what I feel, and probably the cynical side of me, and right. He's gone to FSG and everything that, right, and showed FSG his plans of what he wants for next season and right? With also identifying players and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And they said no for the final time. They say no for the final time. And he's probably quite rightly, let's say, quite rightly thought, and then I haven't got the energy for this anymore. I haven't got the energy and to turn water into wine anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and all because I'm not really getting fully backed by FSG because of the fact that he's not getting fully backed by
the tiring job. I've been telling you and how's that before, Uncle Ross. I've been telling you guys that if you haven't got the plans in place and make the job easier for a manager, it's going to be a struggle. You know what I mean? Yes. And especially like a manager like Klopp. You know what I mean? Like a manager like Klopp. You know what I mean? Who needs a lot of energy to get himself up for season in and season out. And he can't keep doing that unless you make the job easier for him. You have to make the job easier for managers like this. You know what I mean? And
I don't like to make assumptions about what's going on or why he's leaving, because it could be absolutely anything. Do you know what I mean?
Truth will come out eventually.
If it will come out, but if it is the case that FSG have denied him what he wants one too many times, then if I'm being honest, I kind of not necessarily like, but I have give the owners the benefits of the doubt where possible. But it'd be disgraceful, if I'm fully honest, if that's what's caused it.
Hey, look at how many seasons that sort of like Klopp has had to make do magic. Look how many do magic. Look how many season that he's had to do without this, had to do without that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Look at the season and day when we had 3 defenders out and everything that, right? And then waited till the last minute.
It takes its toll, mate.
Yeah, chasing transfer season and day.
And the reason I agree with you, Uncle Ross, instead of Holly, the reason I agree with you, Uncle Ross, look at that game against Fulham the other day. Did that look like a manager that was quitting? The way he came on the pitch and celebrated with the youngsters and older players.
Yeah.
Does that look like a manager that wanted to leave? It doesn't make any. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't, and it doesn't. And the thing is about as much in the of he doesn't want to make it kind of like a distraction to the team and a team. Obviously, his decision, because listen, and he's got to make a decision and which is best for himself. I get it. Do you know what I mean? I would never begrudge him that. Do you know what I mean? There's not a lot of things that I would begrudge Klopp for. Do you know what I mean? I just think he's amazing. Do you know what I mean? But like, as much as at the end that he didn't want at the end day this decision at the end day to sort of like be a distraction to the team at the end day, it's going to be some kind of distraction at the day to know at the end day that, like, you know what, in 4 months' time, in effect, he's gone. It's going to have some kind of distraction. Now, what is at the day, it's important how Liverpool as a team at the day deals with that distraction. You know what I mean? That's important. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be have like a knock-on effect. Now that's what I'm trying to say. It's just certain things at the day that he said in that interview at the day leads me to believe at the day, right? This saga and the day with him and FSG and the day, it's just come to head, and he's thinking at the day, well, look, because he said at the day, look, if you ask me at the day if I'm gonna manage a club at the day in this moment, no, but you know what I mean? Eventually I will. You know what I mean? Because I cannot sit around at the day doing nothing. You know what I mean? But isn't that what you want to do anyway? Isn't what your decision is based on? Because you ain't got the energy anymore. You know what I mean? You want to explore other things. Because he said that in his video. You want to explore other things and do other things and stuff. Spend more time with your family. So isn't that what you want to do? So like you saying at the day again at the day, you're gonna take a year before you manage any club. That means sort of like club side or international club. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna take a year. Shows me at the day, right? The situation between you and FSG has come untangible. You cannot do it anymore. And listen, I don't hate you for that. I don't hate you for that because at the end of the day, I couldn't work with a company where I'm bringing in so much revenue for and so much sort of like this and so much that and everything that, right? And they throw me pittance. Do you know what I mean? You know, you understand what I'm getting at? Do you know what I mean?
Because a lot of people are saying it's to do with health. I don't think it's health wise. At first I thought that's what it was. But why you if it's health wise, Harley,
you could be onto something. It could be something completely different. But it's a case of like I can see him now either completely jibbing off football managing in football or taking the German national team job. They're the only two things I can see him doing. So I do genuinely think there is a lot of truth to the fact he just doesn't have the energy to be a full-time manager because it's an exhausting job. It's a full-time job with a lot of pressure, a lot of stakes, and it's almost a 24/7 kind of job. There's very little days off, and when you do have days off, you've still got to kind of manage it. If you're going to be a football manager, football's your life. Do you know what I mean? And it's been his life, and Liverpool's been his life for 9 years. Before that, Dortmund another 7. Before that, Mainz another 7. Before that, he played the game. So you really don't know what's going on in his head. Do you know what I mean?
JK says Thomas Frank is similar to Klopp, a low budget but has done a stable job at keeping Brentford as the Premier League regulars. Yeah, I agree with you. But you know, we've given opportunities to managers. We've given managers opportunities like Brendan Rodgers, Roy Evans. I've just
seen that comment there about Thomas Frank. I don't really know how much.
Can you hear me, Harley? Can you hear me? Or?
I'd be behind that idea, to be honest.
Harley, can you hear me? Uncle Ross, tell him like he needs to go back and come back in. He can't hear me.
Harley, you need to go out and come back in.
All right.
Yeah, you can't hear me. Yeah, with Thomas Frank, Uncle Ross, like we've given opportunities to managers that haven't won anything. We don't want to go back to that. You know what I mean? You're never gonna achieve anything. We've got a manager that won something like Klopp, and you see the rewards after that. So I'm not all about that Thomas Frank thing. But listen, it's a good idea, JK. It's a good idea. But yeah, we've done it in the past. We gave opportunities to managers. It didn't work out. Carry on, Cross.
Sorry, it's not sorry, now I'm on the sort of on that Zerbi ship as well. I'm not on that Zerbi ship. What is it? What these people understand them very right?
Mm-hmm.
The prettiest football they playing and they haven't won anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We need managers at the day, right? That's one shit. Do you know what I mean? So the only person that we should be looking at beyond this season is probably Alonso, because it looks like he's going to win the Bundesliga. Do you know what I mean?
And you need a manager that's going to grow with the team. You know what I mean, Uncle Ross? That's what you need. Someone who's going to grow with the team. And Alonso is a young manager, ex-player, legend at Liverpool because he won the Champions League and that. And he could grow with the team and take us to places like, with him. That's what we need. It's not all about this managers that's here for 2 seconds and they leave. Yeah, we need a manager with a plan and has a long-term plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've done that before, haven't we, Faz? We've done it before with Brendan Rodgers, Roy Hodgson, and their mandate. We've done that before. And
you have to learn from things like this.
Yeah, the length we are now, and we can't go back to those days. Right? So we have to get some. You have to get somebody like Alonso in, and this time and then right? Yeah, FSG have got to back him. Because FSG are going to do the same thing, right, as it did with Klopp and we're fucked. Excuse my language, we're effed.
Yeah.
You know, we are literally, we're effed. We're up the creek without a paddle. Do you know what I mean? Simple, something like that. So really and truly, and you know what I mean? The next man that comes in, it's got to be different. Because the thing about it is at the day, right, is like, Klopp was saying that he can't do this anymore and this and that. And I understand that. Remember the day he's taking all his.
I don't want to hear things like that, mate. I really hate hearing things like that.
Yeah, but he's taking and they, right? He's literally taking his staff with him. He's taking Pep Henderson in there. He's taking Victor Manoni and Dave with him. Obviously, his wife's gonna go with him and that, right?
Yeah.
Now, who's to say it? And in a year's time, and then they rock up somewhere else.
Exactly.
What if they rock up at Arsenal?
I don't know, man. It's hard to watch, guys. Honestly, it is hard to watch this. Shay says Klopp is the Shankly Paisley of this era. You're right, man. 100%. I've never seen a person that's motivated all of us and made us believe again like this manager. Apparently, Klopp is joining Bayern Munich. I don't know about that, bro. If he is, it's gonna upset a lot of people, man. It's gonna upset a lot of people if he's going to another club and all that stuff. But guys, I think we're near the end, man. We need to watch this press conference, innit? With Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, that's
before we go, Harley, who's your preferred destination before we go, brother?
For replacement?
Yeah.
If Ange. But Ange Postecoglou from Spurs. But if we can't have that, as I said, for those that missed it, looks like Linders is going to go, so I'm going to have to go with the obvious Xabi Alonso. I hate to give you a boring answer, but that would be my choice, realistically.
Yeah. What about you, Unks?
Don't know about that and Postecoglou, because I think what it is at the day, we need
season syndrome, innit?
Yeah, we need players. We need players. So we need managers that day that's won something, and what it is, why I would turn to Alonso, because he looks like he's going to win the sort of like the Bundesliga this season.
In absolute fairness, I know it's not the same quality, but he did turn Celtic around, and he did.
Yeah, but that's a farmers league, though. No disrespect to you, I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? But that's a farmers league. The Bundesliga is like obviously rated much more higher than sort of like the Scottish league. You know what I mean? So if Alonso at the end of the day, so like, and the thing about Alonso, when you think about it, he's learned from like the best managers in the world. He's learned from
won the World Cup, won the Champions League, won league titles. Yeah.
I mean, and so Ancelotti. So he's done it both. So if he does win the league this season with Leverkusen, which he more looks likely he's going to do it, and from that, right, I think that's the person that we go to, because as well he knows Liverpool inside out as well. So can't be a bad shout.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree that it definitely wouldn't be a bad idea.
Irina says Klopp knew for a while now, so I'm sure his replacement is all lined up already. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. Richard says it's hard to replace Klopp, but it's going to be hard to replace manager. Life goes on, and we and a new era in Liverpool future. You never walk alone. Listen, life does move on, but it's going to be hard. You know what I mean? To replace a manager like this, as I said earlier in the stream, there's no managers like this around the world, man. I think Linda's going and other stuff, it seems the whole new team is coming. Got to be Alonso, maybe. But the thing is, me and Uncle Roz and Harley said, like, if there's no investment in place for these type of managers, it's going to be difficult for them. And I don't think the owners are going to invest heavily in anyone. If they can't invest in Jurgen Klopp, how are these new managers going to get a heavy investment? It doesn't make any sense. Hi, Fozzie. Gigi says, hi, Fozzie, bro. I'm devastated, shocked, man. I really didn't expect this, bro. Listen, I woke up and I did a stream for you guys straight away. I'm shocked myself. Richard says, you booked an appointment elderly care home. No. Respect to Klopp for saying that. We have to wait and see. Let me just get through the comments, then we're going to be off to watch the press conference, innit? Taramezi says, Salam, big up, Yahi, big up, brother, big up as always. Let me just see. Man, there's so many comments. I'm lost now. Psychedelic Charlene said, "Big up everyone. The interview is on this. This is Anfield. Oh, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be, we're gonna shed a tear. Everyone. We're gonna.
I already have, mate. Surprised they managed to keep it together on here. To be fair,
there we go, Everton fans. Well, we're not crying, mate. You're gonna be deducted another 10 points. Don't worry about that, mate. We'll see you soon. We'll see you in the championship, by the way. We'll see you in the championship.
Hello.
Big up Solo, big up brother, big up. Please go and subscribe to Solo. His channel is amazing. Go subscribe to him and follow him in the social medias as well. Big up Solo. Big up GTV. Please go and subscribe to big up to GTV. He's amazing as well. I go to his channel sometimes. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Fuzzy.
Keith says plays new in November. You can see it. I don't know about that.
I don't know how true it is, but I did read that they only found out this morning. It could be bollocks, to be fair, but that's what I read.
Yeah, Shay says Hodgson come back. No, mate, no. But go on, Uncle Ross, before we go on.
Yeah, just a quick one, and then I need to speak to you after the thing, man.
Okay. Uncle Ross, where can people find you, brother?
Yeah, they can find me on Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube, on the way to 3,000. Also, Anfield Uncle Rods on Instagram and Twitter, but better known as X. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Big up, Uncle Rods.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. But
before you guys go, please smash the like button for us. Please smash the like so other people can see the stream. Harley, where can people find you?
Just over on Twitter, has LFC 97. For those that don't already follow me, feel free to come to go on my page and give me a follow, particularly if you want to see unhinged emotional ramblings about Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, big up, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks for both coming on, man. I know it takes a lot, like, especially taking out your time to come on the channel, all that stuff. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, people, like, sad day. We never thought this day was coming, but that's football. You know what I mean? Expect the unexpected in life, and sometimes it could shock you. Sometimes it could, take you to another direction. So, yeah, it is what it is. Klopp is leaving at the end of the season. Hopefully, we're going to be happy at the end of the season. We could celebrate it together with titles and all that stuff. But hopefully, I think we're going to be back tonight. I might do something at 10 with more panel, with more people. So please tune into that. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate that. And of course, the panel appreciates that as well. So take care, everybody. Thank you, as always.